Looksmaxxing is clearly a viral topic of the last year or so. Mewing, jawline workouts, neck training, double jaw surgery, all trying to chase that perfect masculine aesthetic. But there's one thing that every single Looksmax influencer or tutorial fails to include, and it's that you can't truly fix the way you look until you've learned how to optimize your hormones. And in this specific scenario, I'm referring to testosterone. And once you understand that, everything about how you view your face will completely change. Now you can take the path that a lot of these guys like Clavicular or K-Shami are suggesting, right? Because they've shown their glow-ups and their before and afters, and it's impressive. But at what cost? TRT, peptides, ton of stimulants, makeup to fraud max, getting super lean and diced through starve maxing and barely eating any food. The only real thing that you do that they also do is going to the gym. And they barely even do that now. And this is the problem. You can't build a long-lasting, fulfilling life on just taking the shortcut every single time. If you do go the fast route and listen to what they're saying, yeah, you might get results right now, but then you're gonna pay for it later. Insomnia, anxiety, fertility issues. Because the actual long-term success of a protocol like the ones they apply, only a small amount of people can actually do it correctly because it requires so much maintenance. And if you're not willing to give it constant attention and that constant maintenance, then you're never gonna be able to do it for your whole life, because that's what essentially you're gonna have to do. Now, if you don't wanna do that and you wanna do the natural route, you can just become the man without actually harming your system. That's what I personally chose to do, and that's what I'm gonna show you how to do in this video. I'm gonna go over the 5 things that will optimize your hormones and increase your testosterone to maximize your looks, your aesthetics, and your overall symmetry so that you can look like a masculine individual if you don't already look like one. So let me show you what that actually looks like when you do it correctly. This was me a few years ago, training on a consistent basis, eating healthy, quote unquote, and doing everything I thought was right at the time. But my face was inflamed, my jawline was soft, and my energy was shot. And my blood work absolutely 100% reflected this. My testosterone was 361 nanograms per deciliter. I didn't realize the reason I wasn't getting results was because of my testosterone. But fast forward a whole year of me naturally optimizing my hormones through my sleep, my diet, my training, my habits, and my supplement protocol. All natural before you guys start coming at me in the comment section. My testosterone is now over 1369 nanograms per deciliter. This is what my physique looks like now, and this is what my face looks like now. So everything has completely morphed, and the one piece that has changed is my testosterone. And that's when I actually realized that after getting the transformation myself, Looksmaxxing only works when you optimize your hormones. And here's where most of you guys get it twisted, because I was also under the impression that what I'm about to share with you didn't really have any relationship to my hormones. Nobody ever told me. Your facial structure, your skin quality, and how you look, even your bone structure and your bone density, is all relative to your hormones and how optimized they are. If your testosterone is low, for example, and your stress hormone is very high, which is probably 99% of you, your face is gonna hold more water, you're gonna hold more fat and store more fat, your jawline is gonna blur, you're gonna look very puffy because underneath you're very inflamed and you're not in alignment. That's why you can't just do mewing exercises and neck exercises and train your jaw and do bone smashing and expect your facial structure to just start morphing without changing what's going on systemically. Because Looksmaxxing does work, those things that I just mentioned that I kind of shit on, it actually does work, but you have to have a strong foundation first, then apply that like the icing on the cake or the cherry on top. You get what I'm saying? So before I tell you exactly what you're gonna need to do, if you don't understand why it's important, then you're never gonna actually stick with it, right? So what does testosterone actually do to your face? So first thing, most of your bones are gonna be fully structured and developed when you finish puberty, because I don't want you guys to get under the impression that when you optimize your testosterone levels, your skull is just gonna morph into this different being, because that's just not what's gonna happen. But here's what actually will change if you have low testosterone and you optimize it, and how it will affect the way that you look. Your bone density will drastically change. Testosterone helps maintain and increase bone density. Over time, that means that your jaw and your cheekbones are gonna be less fragile, less likely to lose definition as you age and get older. Next, the muscle and the soft tissue around your bones is gonna get stronger. Higher testosterone supports more muscle in your neck, jaw, and face, and therefore you're gonna have less fat around them. So the exact same bone structure that you have right now can look completely different just by optimizing your testosterone. Thirdly, facial fat and water retention is going to drastically go down when you optimize testosterone. When testosterone is low, and stress, insulin, and inflammation are all high, you are more likely to hold fat and water in your face, which is gonna make you look ugly. But when your hormones normalize, the puffiness in your face is gonna go down because your systemic inflammation and bodily inflammation is decreasing. Therefore, your jawline, your cheekbones, and your face are gonna look sharper. Then we have your skin quality and your collagen production. Testosterone indirectly supports collagen production and blood flow. That's why guys who have good hormonal health have that natural glow to them, and why their skin looks firmer and thicker. And lastly, we have DHT, which is a derivative of testosterone. DHT is what deepens the masculine features that you have. A thicker beard, fuller brows, a more mature and finished appearance. Now, obviously, genetics play a role, and some guys will always have a better beard than others. But it doesn't take away from the fact that if your testosterone is low, then your DHT is gonna be chronically and clinically low, which means you're never gonna be able to see your full masculine feature-based potential. In just over a few weeks and months of your training, nutrition, and sleep lining up, your face is going to look more alive and more structured. So if you wanna actually Looksmax, these are the 5 things that you need to start doing. The first thing is you must optimize your sleep routine. Deep, consistent sleep is the #1 testosterone producer. If you aren't dreaming and you aren't getting good REM sleep and good deep sleep, you are missing out on 70 to 75% of your testosterone production being produced. So if you're sleeping right now 5 to 6 hours and wonder why you don't feel good, it's because your sleep is not optimized. This is how you can fix your sleep schedule. Set a consistent time to wake up and go to bed every single day. Get rid of blue light 30 minutes before bed. Get yourself some blue light glasses. Turn on the night shift mode on your computer and your phone, because blue light directly disrupts melatonin production, which is going to directly disrupt your quality of sleep. And thirdly, don't drink coffee, for my coffee lovers, past ideally 12 p.m. but latest 1 p.m. I'm not gonna go into the half-life of coffee, but that is the reason why you can't have coffee late into the afternoon, because it's not gonna be fully out of your system when you go to bed, and this is gonna have a cycle of endlessly repeating itself day in and day out. And a bonus tip to help you wind down is you should take magnesium glycinate and ashwagandha before you go to bed to lower your cortisol and relax your body and remineralize yourself. 500 milligrams of each of those supplements, okay? #2, you need to eat the right foods that support high testosterone. Testosterone is built from cholesterol and minerals and nutrients. If your diet is processed carbs, seed oils, and low quality protein, I don't care if you're hitting your macronutrients, because losing weight is completely different in terms of the game that we're playing when we're talking about hormone optimization. So what you need to start doing is prioritizing the minerals and building blocks that are in the foods that you should be eating. Animal proteins, eggs, and any kind of pasture-raised, grass-fed, grass-finished meats. You gotta get quality fats, egg yolks, butter, ghee, things of this nature. And you need to get enough micronutrients. You need to get enough zinc, you need to get enough magnesium, you need to get enough boron, you need to get enough B vitamins, you need to get enough selenium. These are all crucial. And if you're not getting them from your food, then make sure that you are supplementing it. But if you do this correctly, you're giving your body the raw materials to decrease inflammation and to increase testosterone. Thirdly, when you work out, it must be of a specific intention. Surprisingly, lifting doesn't just build your body. It does indeed send a signal to your hormones. Heavy lifts in general, squats, bench, heavy rows, or deadlifts, all on average support higher testosterone production. Progressively overloading, a slow increase in reps or weight over time, will help you build more muscle efficiently, which will indirectly lead to you having a higher resting metabolic rate, leading to you losing more fat and being more shredded and looking more chiseled. And you gotta get some form of cardio in to support cardiovascular health and overall blood circulation throughout your body, because that's what will allow you to transport nutrients more efficiently. But the key is balance. If you overtrain, your testosterone will tank. But if you undertrain, then you'll never see the full potential of what training can do for your testosterone. You see my point? So train hard, but recover harder. Fourthly, please cut the overstimulation of dopamine. This is truly a sleeper tip that I don't hear anyone really suggesting, but let me show you how important it actually is. Your nervous system, right, and your hormones are interconnected. If your day is even just one of these things I'm about to share with you too many times, then your hormones are gonna get messed up. Porn, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, any kind of overusage of stimulants like coffee. If you do any of these things multiple times a day or too much throughout a week, you're gonna fry your dopamine because your brain is gonna be constantly spiking and you're gonna feel great temporarily, but then it's gonna have to crash equally as high as it spiked, which is gonna make you feeling like trash, which is gonna send cortisol shooting throughout your body because your brain thinks you're in fight or flight because you're not supposed to, in homeostasis, if that's what you were in, having all these major spikes and crashes. And this whole environment is gonna create a suboptimal sleep routine, it's gonna make you recover worse, and it's gonna lower your testosterone, which is gonna make you look worse. Now, since most of you guys are not just gonna throw your phone out the window and get rid of it, start with this little mindset hack. Try and replace the time that you spend on your phone with something that actually gives you purpose and meaning in your life. Ideally, something that is allowing you to drive and push towards a larger goal in your life. And if you don't have a goal, then create one. This will make quitting all of the other things that we just talked about that you shouldn't be doing much easier because you're gonna be busy and preoccupied and you're not even gonna think about doing it to begin with. And then this will finally allow your dopamine to regulate itself, therefore letting your cortisol regulate itself. And what does that mean? Your testosterone is gonna go up and you're gonna look better because you're gonna not be as bloated, not be as inflamed, and your muscles and your bone density are all going to optimize themselves. You'll start repairing instead of constantly destroying. And your face and your physique are just gonna be an indirect representation of that. And once you have all four of the things that I just told you to do in place, then for the fifth thing, add all the Looksmaxxing things back in. If you actually cared about any of that stuff to begin with. Jaw and neck training to actually build the muscles around those areas. Posture work so that your head and your neck are aligned and you have proper spinal alignment, which is gonna frame your face better. Having basic skincare, washing your face, moisturizing it, whatever, right? Those things are just the cherry or the sprinkles on top. Okay, so treat them that way, right? If you have a bad flavor of ice cream with some sprinkles on top, you wouldn't expect the sprinkles to make the ice cream taste amazing, now would you? Because the foundation sucks. The ice cream, you don't like it. So the fuck are some sprinkles gonna do for you? Your hormones and this Looksmaxxing shit is the exact same. If your hormones are solid and your testosterone is optimized, you will look like the best version of your natural genetics.